AFTV Daily is powered by NordVPN, bringing you all the action from the World Cup in Qatar. Hi and welcome along to AFTV in Qatar. We are here for another show this morning. First of all, got a big up NordVPN who bring you this show each and every day over here in Qatar. Now remember, a VPN and especially NordVPN is very, very essential when you're on your travels. Especially when you're connecting to the public Wi-Fi, right? A lot of public Wi-Fis are not always encrypted and they can be accessed by hackers that can make it dangerous. NordVPN, what that does is it encrypts your internet connection, limiting your risk of your payment details, for instance, getting stolen. You can use it in when you're using the Wi-Fi in a coffee shop out here or you're using it at the airport, hackers can be about. So make sure you get yourself a NordVPN. With the AFTV special, you can get 4 months free on a 2-year plan. And remember, if it's not for you, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee where you get your money back. Go to nordvpn.com/AFTV to be invincible. So do that right now, and you can protect yourself on your travels. Absolutely essential. Now let's get into the football. I went to see some incredible games yesterday. I saw 2 games yesterday. First of all, I went to watch Belgium versus Croatia, 0-0 draw. Lukaku, the amount of chances that he missed in that game. Honestly, there was a couple of those chances, right? I reckon I could have buried, right? He didn't bury them, and Belgium were knocked out of the World Cup. The team ranked number 2 in the world, out in a shock. It's Morocco who topped that group. Absolute scenes over here from the Moroccan fans. They're everywhere. That's one of the beauties about this competition being over here, is that you get all these fans from the Middle East, and the Moroccans are through, and congratulations going out to them. Croatia going through with them. And then later on, I went to watch Japan versus Spain. What an incredible game. Spain went 1-0 up with Morata, but the Japanese came storming back in the second half. They were absolutely brilliant. Got 2 in front, a really controversial second goal. Did it cross the line? Did it not cross the line? It was given, and then they were resolute in defence. And I've got to say, our guy, Tomiyasu, was brilliant. There was a fan that I met afterwards, right, and he was singing the praises of Tomiyasu, right, and it was great to see him come in. We know he's been carrying a bit of an injury, but come in, and he was solid as you like at the back, along with the rest of the Japanese team, and they are through. And I've got to tell you, once again, their fans are absolutely incredible. It's one of my teams that I've adopted, and it's been fantastic. And Japan are through to the next stage. And again, this World Cup, I think, has been one of the best ones, right? It's throwing up so many shots. It's unbelievable. And that was another one yesterday. So Japan through to the next stage of the World Cup, and absolutely incredible. And that meant that the Germans are going home. Even though they beat Costa Rica, Germany knocked out of the World Cup. So that's Belgium and Germany gone. Does that increase the chances for England? Who knows? But 2 massive teams out of the World Cup, and it was absolutely incredible day yesterday over here in Qatar. By the way, big up the Saudi Arabian fans who gave me this scarf. I've been loving them as well. It's a shame that they went out, but they as well have been everywhere. Met so many of them. They're so passionate about Premier League football. It's absolutely unbelievable. So big up to those Saudi Arabian fans. Apparently, the 2 best supported clubs in Saudi Arabia, Arsenal, Man United, but loads of gooners from Saudi Arabia. So big up going out to them. On the transfer front, lots of transfer news been going on. There's a guy there's a game going on today. There's a guy who's going to be playing in that I'm really going to be keeping an eye on. And that, of course, is Ghana versus Uruguay. Ghana can go through to the next stages if they either draw or they win. Of course, Thomas Partey will be playing for Ghana, and they've got a big grudge match going on against Uruguay. We all remember 2010 when Suarez with the handball, and the Ghanaian fans have not forgotten. They have not forgotten that incident, right? And they are right on Suarez. That's a real grudge match going on today. But a player's going to be figuring in that game for Ghana, who's been doing really well. Spoke about him a couple of days ago, is Mohamed Kudus. Now, he plays for Ajax. He's an attacking midfielder, still only 22 years of age. And there's a lot of teams keeping an eye on him at the moment. There's even talk that he could go in the January transfer window from Ajax. Arsenal said to be one of those clubs keeping an eye on Kudus. Kudus apparently wouldn't be against the move. Now, he scored 2 goals already in the tournament, looking really, really good. And as I said, fit perfectly into Arsenal. Wouldn't need to, worry about that. Plenty of Ghanaians in London, plus, of course, Thomas Partey's at the club. But I'm going to be keeping an eye on him today. Mohamed Kudus, one to watch that Arsenal could be interested in possibly signing in January. There's also another game today where I'll be keeping an eye on a player, and that's Portugal. Portugal are playing South Korea. Of course, it won't be Son I'm keeping an eye on. It's going to be Joao Felix. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Could get a start in this game now that Portugal are kind of, home and dry into the next round. Joao Felix is an interesting one. Went for mega money, to Atletico Madrid. It's just not worked out for him. He's not played all the time. He doesn't start. It's a really weird one. Now, there's a lot of talk that they would be willing to sell Joao Felix, and even possibly in January, if they got £86 million. Now, it's a lot of money, but he is a very, very hot prospect. He's still very young. He's still considered by many to be one of the best around, and he'd be perfect for Arsenal. But £86 million, I mean, I've seen it suggested, but I just can't see us shelving out that sort of money in January. I mean, it would be an exciting signing if we did, but I just can't see it. But I'm going to be keeping my eyes on Joao Felix today when Portugal play. And of course, let's not forget, a couple of Arsenal players could be playing today. Cameroon playing Brazil tonight. Now, Brazil are already through to the next round. Went to watch Brazil the other night. I'll be going to watch them tonight as well when they play Cameroon. Now, it's going to be interesting to see, do a couple of our Arsenal players get a start in that game? They haven't started yet. They've both played, Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli. They both came on in the first game. Jesus came on as well in the game the other night. Maybe this could be a game, now that Brazil are definitely through and they are going to top the group, where they give some other players that haven't really played a chance. So it could be, you never know, it could be a start for Martinelli, and it could be a start for Jesus. I get the feeling Jesus could start the game tonight, especially with the fact that Neymar's out at the moment. They want to get him really up to speed, Jesus. Martinelli may get a start, although, it looks like the manager does sort of favour Anthony of Manchester United over him. But as I said, I think Martinelli will get some minutes tonight, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see, and great again for Martinelli to be playing for his national team, especially in front of these incredible Brazilian fans over here. The support that the South American teams have got over here at the World Cup, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico as well, has been absolutely incredible. They have flown in to Qatar en masse, and they're having a time of their lives down there at the moment. So, it's been great. It's been great down there. And, any fan, if you're a fan of England, say, for instance, and you've been, I know there's been a lot of things said. Listen, get yourself down there. It is a real festival of football going on in Qatar at the moment. And it's been absolutely incredible. And of course, time to get into, as I can just see a cat walking up there. Hello, cat. Time to get into my player or team of the day, my NordVPN player or team of the day. There's so many you could give it to, right? It definitely ain't going to the Germans, that's for sure, because they're going home. I could give it to the Moroccans because they were absolutely amazing. But I wasn't actually at that Morocco game. I was at the Japan game. And for me, Morocco's achievement's been brilliant, but Japan, to top a group, right, that had Germany and Spain in it, and they beat both of them to top that group, is absolutely incredible. It goes to Tomiyasu and the Japanese team. You are my NordVPN player team of the day at the World Cup. Congratulations going out to them, and I hope they can go far in this tournament. Fans are amazing. And also, if you want to check out some of the content I've been doing around the World Cup, go over onto DR Sports. Subscribe to DR Sports right now. We're doing every game. There's a watch along to every single game on there that's been done back in the studio in the UK. Those have been brilliant. And we're out here covering every single game. We were at every game yesterday. If you want to see how the fans reacted to those games, the German fans, the Spanish fans, the Japanese fans, the Moroccan fans, get over there right now, subscribe, it's brilliant. So lots of players for me to keep an eye on today, lots of our fellow Arsenal players, but the Arsenal players not doing too bad in the tournament so far. Tomiyasu now through to the next round. Partey could progress through to the next round today. Jesus and Martinelli already through. Matt Turner of the USA through to the next round with the USA. And Granit Xhaka today, if they overcome Serbia, he'll be through to the next round. So I know at the start of it, a lot of us were saying, a lot of our players will be coming back early anyway. That's not happening, right? We're going far down into the tournament, a lot of our players. Saka is through as well. Let's not forget. We know that Ben White's gone home. Ramsdale's through, even though he hasn't played. So the majority of our players that have come out here are still going to be here into next week. So that sort of thing where we was like, jump on a plane, go over to Dubai for the friendlies that are going to be taking place next week. I don't think that's going to happen with the majority of these players. Well, it's definitely not going to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how this World Cup affects Arsenal's season. And also, if I'm Mikel Arteta, I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, come January, we have to bring a few players in to freshen it up, because some of these players, when they come back from the World Cup, they are going to need a rest. As simple as that, they're going to need a rest when they come back from the World Cup. So just rounding up for today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, we're here every single day with AFTV in Qatar. And also don't forget to check out NordVPN. Go to NordVPN/AFTV.com to be invincible. Protect yourself when you're traveling around the world. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.